What's up, guys? Average Kiwi Guy here. How y'all doing? I just woke up, as you might tell. And I was on Twitter having a look around, and I see probably one of my biggest influences, for me personally with gaming and all that, has passed away. John Bain, aka TotalBiscuit, both on YouTube and Twitch, and pretty well known. He's a shoutcaster for StarCraft and all that. He's done a lot of things, a lot of things. Um, just gaming wise, he's a legend, absolute legend. Um, Sadly passed away. I've been fighting bowel cancer now for a while. Had been having a rough time of it for a little while, and I think he finally valiantly fell to one of our worst villains. Really, this cancer stuff. We got to figure out something for it. We really do. Um, but I just wanted to make a quick video. Just for those of you who may not have known. Just to maybe just to share, a few stories about TotalBiscuit, and for those of you who didn't know, you haven't seen it, like haven't seen any of his videos, maybe to put you onto him. 'Cause he's a damn good content creator. He's freaking fantastic, and he created probably my favorite podcast ever, which was the TGS podcast, but is now the co-optional podcast. Um, and exposed me to so many different influencers who are now my favorite, some of my favorite people to watch, and is also probably one of the biggest influences on why I do this, why I'm doing this now. Just the years of me watching him and seeing him, and the people that he exposed me to drove me to do this, drove me to, try YouTube and try this and to really give it a go. And he, not only that, but he exposed me to so many different games. So many different games that I honestly didn't think that I would ever like, but I did. Just my game library opened up so much after watching TotalBiscuit. It really did. I was very closed in, AAA only, mainly like shooters and all that. Like that was it. That was it. But after starting watching TotalBiscuit and the people that he exposed me to through him, just I my game library opened up so much. My willingness to go and like play indies and all that just opened up. So it was, I just can't thank him enough for that. I really can't, because there've been so many great experiences that I've had through gaming now, that have been in thanks to him. Because if I had not watched some of his reviews, and if I had not watched that first TGS podcast, I would probably not have played those games. I probably would not be talking to you guys right now. So yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video. One, just to tell you guys that, if you had not heard, that he had sadly passed away. And sort of just, maybe reminisce a little bit, maybe get a bit of a conversation going in chat, and, maybe to get a bit of conversation going in the comments and stuff about, your favorite moments, with TB. Like maybe it was in real life, maybe you met him. I sadly have not ever had a chance to meet him. I've only been able to get over to the States and to go to conventions and stuff quite recently. And unfortunately, with his health and all that, he's not been able to travel, to a lot of conventions, especially the ones that I'd gone to. So that was a bit sad. So yeah, I have not been ever a chance to meet him. But yeah, just to, reminisce about some stuff. I was first exposed to TotalBiscuit through Jesse. Jesse was the person. Jesse Cox was the person that I started really watching YouTube. That he was the one that kind of got me into it. And I was looking around trying to see like what other videos that Jesse was in and stuff. And here was this podcast. It was this this little podcast. I think it was about like 3 episodes in. And this was back when Jesse was still on the East Coast. He's in this little it's like in this little room, and I think he used to have like, I think like burgundy soundproofing and stuff around, and all that. And yeah, it was about second, third episode, I think, something like that. And yeah, here was this guy that was running it, TotalBiscuit. I had not ever heard of him before. I had not seen him, and it all spiraled from there. And that's obviously where I first saw Dodger. And then that's when the floodgates opened. That's where a lot of my time suddenly disappeared, and I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, and his WTFs and reviews and all that, and like suddenly I was like, oh my god, look at all these games. How have I been missing all these games? And all this stuff, and it's thanks to him, like just his honest opinion. Like that's what I liked so much about him, was that he just had an honest opinion. He didn't give a shit about what people said. He didn't give a shit about like if everyone but him loved it. He was going to tell you he didn't like it. That sort of thing. And if everyone hated it but he liked it, he's going to tell you he liked it. That's what I loved about him. That's what I respected about him. And that's when I try and do my reviews on different things, that's what I wanted to be as well. That's what I wanted to be. I didn't want to like just go with the pack. I just didn't want to like think if I liked it, I liked it. If I didn't, I didn't. So that's something that I've always kind of strived to emulate from him. Is his honesty, is his hold true to what you're feeling when you're playing, when you're watching, things like that. Dodger, Sam Strippin, I think even the Yogscast I found through TB. Like that type of thing. Like that's what these people that I've watched for so long now, I found them through TB. I found them through them because just because he wanted to expose us to so many different opinions, which was great, which was awesome. And I can't thank him enough for that. I can't, because the amount of entertainment and knowledge and all the rest of that he's because of that he's given us, I just can't thank him enough for that. I can't. And then you just hear the stories. You hear the stories about him and how much of an influence that he's had on other content creators, on the people that he's brought onto his show and stuff like that. And before that, I mean, like you look on on Twitter and you see all the the nice messages that the posting. You see JP. You see JP saying like when he quit MLG. He was sitting there for a while, and then it was TB that came along and gave him a kick in the butt, and that's kind of how he got roleplay going and stuff. You hear Jesse constantly going on about his times with him at WoW Radio, and how the two of them in the early days of their channels were competing with each other about the WoW content. And who could get the first thing about the the new parts of WoW and stuff, like all that thing. Krendor, Krendor got big when TB acknowledged his videos and stuff. That's how Krendor sort of started coming up the ranks, and how he got exposed, and how he kind of ran to Jesse and stuff. And there's so many others. I mean, Dodger, Sam, just even the Yogscast say that, with them being in with TB for a little while, they kind of got them going. I don't think it ended well, but it definitely, I think they were in a good space near the end there. Just from what I've been hearing from Lewis and stuff, but just hearing so much of that, just the man was a legend. The man was fantastic, and he wasn't afraid to try things either. The man owned a freaking StarCraft team. That's taking a massive risk, like opening up a freaking house over there, managing a team, all that stuff, and he gave it his all on that. And if anyone knows sort of pro gaming, that's such a fickle business to get into. And he wasn't afraid. He gave it his all. He did his best. Unfortunately, I think he had to wrap it up a couple years ago. But just good on him for for trying it, for giving it a go, not being afraid to do it. And that's just more to respect about him. All I can say is my thoughts and prayers are with him, his family, his friends right now. And it's a horribly hard time. Rest in peace. my dude. Rest in peace, my brother. I hope you're, in a better place now. Resting. You fought a long fight. You fought a very long fight against an opponent that we just can't seem to beat too often. Hopefully we will get there. And the man, the legend, TotalBiscuit, thank you so much for all you've done for me. May not have ever met you, but dude, you influenced me a lot, and I can't thank you enough. So thank you very much. But yeah. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for us, and I'll catch us next time. Peace. Bye.